You'll know we're a few minutes late in starting, but I am so grateful that you're here. You're with me in my office. Thank you for joining me. And if you didn't make it live, no problem, because you get to see it on my site.
And the embedded link from the bottom right.
Okay.
There's a little link that you need to click there.
So the beautiful, beautiful aspect of the moon centers is, God, so many things, but mostly because you know so much more about you. It's the empowerment. This is the empowerment factor. The beauty of the moon centers are really unlocking women's inner secrets, because your emotional life is so important. It's so amazingly important. Really, your emotions are the whisperings and the tellings of your soul to you. When they get linked to your story, it gets kind of lost. So that's what the moon centers are, is they are notifications in all of these sacred places in your body that notify you of the beauty and the depth of who you really deeply are and how you can claim the gifts. Because each moon center, and there's 11 of them, 11's the guru number. Isn't that cool? It means that it's the wisdom number. It's the one-on-one, the finite and infinite together. That's why it's called the guru number. The guru is the one who reveals everything. All that we think of as good and bad, beyond that, how they come together. That's why the I Ching is such a beautiful and powerful symbol, because it shows you the darkness and the light at play with each other, and they actually intersect in that beautiful line. So with the moon centers, you have women, you have 11 of these blessed centers, right? And when you actually understand the science of how they work for you, then you can also fabulously understand the science of how you can teach them to others. So it's not like, oh, presto, I just do this once and it's going to unveil itself. Like everything in life that is of value, you're going to have to play with it for a little while, get to know it, experience it, be with it, to get to understand how your moon centers move through you. Okay, so I'm going to go over what the moon centers are. And I'm going to ask you, if you're listening to this, not driving, that you close your eyes for a moment, because I want you to just focus on them and then understand that each one of these moon centers has a positive aspect, a challenged aspect, and a neutral aspect. The positive aspect gives you what we would call the good stuff, right? The challenged aspect gives you exactly what it says it is. It gives you the challenges, which can also be really the good stuff, because they can wake you up to where you fall down. They can wake you up to, I've got this absolute thing that I believe and know. And that is that the flip side of your biggest challenge is your biggest gift. So that's what these moon centers give you too. The neutral is where you're actually able to utilize the gift of this for the good of all. Do you want that one? That's the home free one. That's where you get that you are here to serve, which is what I really want to do with you. So this is going to be very short. If we get some questions, we'll absolutely, my web guy is so kindly going to be texting them to me. And we will stay with you on this. I do want you to understand that, yes, you're precious. Okay, so I'm going to go over these moon centers, and then I'm going to tell you that you have a chance, a really magical chance, to learn these so in depth for you and work with me and actually get a certification to be able to teach these yourself, because I can only reach so many people. But if all of us come together and learn this science, we can get this out to everyone. And truthfully, that is my biggest desire, because this should be taught in middle school. Every boy and girl should know about this. Boys, why should boys know? Because, oh my God, it will give them such insights into the women that they will be with in their life. Every man has women in their life. whether it's their child, whether it's their partner, whether it's their mother, whether it's their aunts, their cousins, their friends. Every male has women. And if you understand this decoding system into the inner life of women, you are going to be amazing. And you are going to have so much less drama and trauma in your life. And women, if you learn this, you will actually understand how not to suppress your emotions and sit on them and be on top of them and, or to be ruled by them. You will learn how to work with them so they can reveal to you the juicy yumminess that they are really meant to do. Okay, so close your eyes. I know I said that a long time ago, but now close your eyes. And I'm just going to say them. That's all I'm going to do. Say each one and tell you just a little tiny bit about it. Okay, and then we'll talk about the more. So the first one is your hairline. Now we think of our hairline here, but your hairline goes completely around your head, right? The line of your hair, your hair is your antenna, it's your vastness, it's your beauty, your radiance, and that's where it attaches into. So your hairline is all about visions, getting your visions. And the challenge, what happens there? When women are not connected to their visions and their knowingness, they get very paranoid. Paranoid is the flip side. Remember we talked about the gift? Paranoid is the flip side. And if you like being paranoid, fabulous. Then just fall down this rabbit hole. And you'll find that every 2.5 days, your moon center changes. So it takes some tracking to understand, but once you track it, oh my God, you'll get to know ahead of time. You'll get to see, as Hafiz says, standing on my heart, I can see 100 miles in each direction. That's what this is like. You can go, oh my God, next 2 weeks from today, I'm going to be in my cheeks. And that's a perfect time to, really work on my PR. Right? So the moon centers of your hairline. I tend to go not linearly talking about these because I get so excited and so want you to know everything. I would just like to download everything I know right on you now. And that's not effective. So we're going to go a little slowly. The neutral aspect of this is that you can share your visions with those that need them without any attachment to whether they act on them, receive them, anything. The next one is your beautiful eyebrows. We could talk about your eyebrows and who they are and what they do and how we look at them and what we do to them. We pluck them and dye them and, everything. But your eyebrows are all about healing dreams, which means as a woman, you need to allow yourself dream time. You need to allow yourself sleep time, meditation time where you get these dreams, because there's waking dreams and there's sleeping dreams. Okay. The challenge in this is fantasy. And somebody creates a fantasy, you will buy it. All right. That's a really kind of scary place to be. And the neutral aspect of this is that you get to know who these dreams are for. And again, to be able to share them with them. Right. All right. The next one is your beautiful cheeks, which I made slight mention of, right? PR. You're a PR maven. So when you're in the positive, it's like you can take anybody's business, life, situation, whatever, and you can put a slant on it that actually makes it beautiful. So it's a great time to work on your business, your friend's business, how it is that you want to bring your gifts into the world. Now, the flip side of this is you just feel like you can't get anything out there. You cannot, you can barely crawl. It's just like, no, I see nothing, I can do nothing. And the neutral side of it is what? You get to go, oh my God, I so see how all of these parts fit together that I can deliver that to you and show you the whole puzzle put together. And it could be something deep and internal or a business thing. Yes. So lips. Our lips are beautiful. They have so many nerve endings in them. Do we love to kiss? Do we love to use them talking? So your lips are about that. Talking, okay? In the positive, really talkative. Great time to give a speech. When you see you have yours all charted properly, you'll go, okay, I can book this speech on that day because I will be able to really deliver. And when you're feeling challenged, you are sharp tongue. You are just cut, right? Cut is about disconnect. The challenge state is always about feeling disconnected from the power plug, right? And the neutral, you understand that using your words to uplift others is the most powerful thing you can do. Earlobes. Oh, beautiful earlobes, right? We love to hang things on them. We know that they're gorgeous, and we use them as trees for our ornaments. Your earlobes are all about your values, what you value in your life. Your neutral is about, are you living to those values? Are you connected to your values? Your positive is about talking about your values and making sure that you can get to that place of living. You know how miserable it is to feel like you know this is what you stand for and you're living over here, and then we got reasons. Oh, because of my ex, because of my husband, because of I'm a single mother. The stories we tell ourselves, right? The challenge state of the earlobes is that you feel this amazing dichotomy and you really get down on yourself. When we feel a dichotomy in our life as women and we're not living in alignment with our knowingness, with our values, we get very self-deprecating, and that's what that's about. Next one, nape of the neck. Oh, very sensuous, fabulous place. Most people have their hair covering it so that they don't feel that. You know, it's sacred. It's like you have to part the curtain to get to the place. So we're very susceptible to voice. It's the back of your voice box. We're always very susceptible to voice. Somebody speaks to you and says, oh my God, I love you. They can say, yeah, I love you. Okay, one's fun, cute. The other one has a depth. And when you're in the nape of your neck, you're very susceptible to what I call a wraparound voice, a romantic voice, a voice that goes, wow, you are really, beautiful or delicious or whatever it is. I just want to pay attention, because in the challenge, you can get carried away by somebody's romantic wrapping, right? And in the neutral, you have the power to speak from that romantic, beloved place and elicit that in others. All right, nipples. We're going through these really fast. There's so much more I have to tell you with these. I mean, if you take the program with me, we talk about food, we talk about, exercise, we talk about meditations. You get things for each one of these to get you out of the challenge state into the positive and then really into the neutral, so you can utilize them for the good of your destiny. Nipples, okay. We know that this is a very sensuous place, very sensitive, and also that women have an extra arc line. Everybody has this one that we call the halo, right? But this one only women have. And when you're in your nipples, this doesn't sound like it's really a great thing, but the positive is you tend to be overgiving. It's a time where you over volunteer for everything. Somebody comes to your house, you can't do enough for them. Your children come home, whatever it is. It's like you will do everything, and then you will be exhausted. The challenged aspect of it is you feel like you have nothing to give. Zero, nothing to give. And the neutral aspect, which is the only place to be in this, is you feel amazing compassion, which means not empathy, not sympathy, but compassion, which means deliver the love in the form of support, money, whatever it is, and don't be attached to what that person does with it, right? You just give it with that compassion, holding that prayer, and let it do what it's doing. Yes. Okay, next one is your navel. We like to call it our belly button, right? It's kind of like, yes. Your navel is where you are connected to your mother. It's also where you get connected to the world. And then you have the chance to plug it into the universe. So it's a very beautiful thing. This is your energy center. The two things that I say that I actually know that I have to elicit this lifetime is how to get people energized and empowered. If without energy, nothing works. This is your energy center. It's your plug, right? So the positive is very energetic, not a day for laying around, a day to get up and do what needs to be done, go out and exercise, but move. This is not going to be a fabulous time to go to the spa because you will be antsy and want to get up and do stuff. The challenge of this is you have zero energy. You've exhausted yourself, your adrenals are blown out, whatever it is, no energy. And the neutral is that you understand that you are really not the doer, but you are allowing the doer to work through you. Okay. Inner thighs. Aren't these juicy? I love them. They're just like, one's more juicy than the next. Your inner thighs, and it sounds like, your inner thighs are really sensitive. A lot of nerve endings running through it. Beautiful, beautiful place, right? I mean, do we love to have them touched? But we don't expose them a lot. Your inner thighs are really about how you pull things together, right? The organization of your life. Teaching people in yoga how to activate your inner thighs and pull them together, it immediately pulls up on your root lock. And what that does is helps you to consolidate your energy so you're not just letting it out all of your holes, okay? So it is about organization. Great time to organize your desk, to organize your garage, your life. It's a great time to work with team members at your work, that you can, reorganize things, look at what's working and what's not working. Very, very clear when you're in this. The challenge state of this is you feel like you're the most disorganized person on the planet. You're losing things, you're leaving this stuff here, you can't remember where you left it, just blah, all over the place, right? And the neutral is that you understand the organization of the whole universe. You start to see how things are really put together and you're like, oh my God, I get this. So you allow yourself to deliver what it is you need to deliver to help other people to see that. Okay, we get sexier and sexier, right? The clitoris. Oh my God, what could that possibly be about? You're gonna laugh because the clitoris is really about being together, social. It's a very social time. And that sounds like, it does not mean bring a lot of people home to bed with you. It means that your desire to be social, our longing to belong, this mudra, really intense. We want to belong. Why do we get in relationships? We think we get into them for sex, or we think we get into them because we love the person, but we get into them to learn, to really deeply learn how to belong seamlessly so we can have this belonging with the beloved. So this one is about social. It is a great, great time to go to a retreat. It is a great time to put on a dinner party because you have the capacity to really encompass and hold a big social group. Unless you're in the challenge, and then it's like, oh my God, all you want to do is hang out with your friends, be with people who are safe and accepting of you, and that's it. Can't do that. In the neutral is that you put on this event so that you could hold the energy of this event and take it to the next level. Isn't that exciting? It's like, think of what these things give you. The awareness and the knowingness. All of this is encoded inside of you. All right, so what's the next one? The last one, the membranes of your vagina. Okay, does that sound like, okay, maybe too much information? I actually had a man shoot all the videos that you're going to see in the back end if you do the certification program with me. He didn't flinch a moment on this one. The only one he flinched on was earlobes because it's like talking about our values. He's like, oh my God. Remember, women, men don't like to talk as much as we do. And they don't like to listen that much either. So the membranes of your vagina, think about it. They are your radar. The membranes of your vagina. I'm going to start out in the neutral because it is so powerful. The neutral is You are absolutely fine with whatever comes and whatever goes in your life. It's all the same to you. How vast is that? The positive is that the membranes of your vagina talk to you. They tell you. They have a tremendous encoded wisdom in them. Think about it. If you have ever had sex with the wrong person, or you have ever let something into you there that you knew shouldn't have been, you know that your membranes of your vagina talked to you before and they said, no, do not do this. And you were like, I'm going to do it anyway because I want to. And afterwards you're like, whoa, no. So the challenge state of it is that you feel worthless. You feel like a zero. And you know if you've made the wrong decision about who should be in that sacred altar of the membranes of your vagina, you feel worthless. So I do not want you to feel worthless. I want you to feel full of worth, full of your worth and your connection to your gifts in the world. So the thing that I'm going to really encourage you to do is to click on gurutej.com, scroll down and you're going to see the moon centers. Click on that, read through that, and join us for this certification course so that you can learn in depth about every aspect of these moon centers, how to chart yours, and get certified to be able to share them with others, which is so important. Please do it. I love you. I bless you. Thank you so much for being here with me. And I look forward to seeing you in the course with me. Yes? Sat Nam. Waheguru. Blessings to you.